Banks would simply not exist if it were not for deposit insurance. We all put our money in banks, not worrying about losing them, because we believe that if the bank is mismanaged, as all of them were going into 2008, and they lost tons of money, that our deposits, which would have been lost, would be repaid to us by the federal government. But in the end, that federal government guarantee emanates from us because the federal government has no money. It only has the money it could take from its citizens. So essentially, banks exist. They're able to attract deposits which run their business, so that their existence is dependent upon deposits and attracting deposits. They exist only because taxpayers guarantee their deposits, essentially guaranteeing their business. Why would we ever have a construct in a society like that? Why would we, all of us, collectively guarantee the downside or the losses of a business? Well, we surely wouldn't do it if we didn't benefit from it, right? Why would we? So banks have to exist to benefit us. If they didn't benefit us, well, then we'd pull the plug on our guarantee, or we should, and that would be the end of banks. Well, banks were created in order to recycle credit. So the idea of banks actually makes great sense. It attracts these deposits thanks to our guarantee. And then from savers, because that money is excess money, it's being saved. And then it recycles that money, or it's thought to recycle that money back into the community at favorable rates because it's able to borrow cheaply too because of our guarantee. So it could recycle them to individuals or companies in our community and help us boost our collective societal economic vibrancy. That's what banks are supposed to do. But when banks don't do that, when banks are not helping our society by boosting our economic vibrancy and are just doing things that are benefiting their executives in the form of large bonuses and benefiting their shareholders in the form of large dividends and higher stock prices, and leaving us in society who are not shareholders of banks and not executives of banks without any benefit at all, then I ask the question, why do we guarantee their deposits, and why should we? So I've heard that among the things on the Trump agenda is to rethink banking. And I applaud that. And I wanted to explain that to everybody here, why it needs to be rethought. Because in my career, which is now over 40 years, I've seen the banking industry in the United States be transformed in the most incredible and not positive way. I think that we need to rethink banking and recreate banking in a manner that serves society's benefit.